Chef Big Will doing Native Seasonings. What I'm going to show you is basically what I designed and created for my restaurant. I didn't want to depend on anybody else's seasoning. I wanted to create something that was good for me and lower sodium than most of the seasonings that are out there, and along with the fact that I'm a registered Caddo American Indian. So here we have bronze tilapia right here. It was done in a skillet, just to show you that you can use a skillet, not just a cast iron skillet, but this cast iron skillet is preferred. I use the Cajun seasoning that I make not only on the fish but also inside my seasoned vegetables. Now, some people would say that's overkill, but it's really not, because the seasoning that I use in the blend gives the seasoning on the vegetables a whole different flavor and awakens your taste buds. That way you can taste better. It's not just a steamed vegetable where you're like, you know? And then over here, we have bronze chicken, also known as Cajun chicken. It's got a real wonderful flavor. You're using butter, or in this case I use a butter margarine, and you could also use olive oil if you're watching how you're cooking. And then what I want to do is show you how to do a nice ribeye steak. Now you see this nice ribeye steak? It still has the bone in it. I Cajun seasoned one side. I want you to see how heavy it is, because this Cajun seasoning has a little bit of sugar in it. And with that little bit of sugar, what it's going to do is all the other seasonings that I add to this, it's going to caramelize the seasoning right onto the steak. You see, I'm putting this on heavy. This is the way I put it on the chicken. With fish, you put it on lighter because you don't want it to overkill the fish. But with the steak, you want it on nice and evenly. While the steak is continuing to cook, to make it well done for my wife, I wanted to explain that I met this guy Dave up at Mariposa, California, and Dave makes Miner's Mix, and he's also got it on the shelves in Safeway, and he's got a few stores. He's trying to get into Piggly Wiggly, and he's been doing it for the last 5 years. Now everything that he's learned in the last 5 years, he's passed it down to me, and he's helping me out. So far I know where to get my labels done. I know where to get the bottles already mixed and sent to me, and so that way it comes just like this, so I can send it out to the stores. He's got me the contacts for me for every contact that he has, except for I can go a little bit further. With myself being an executive chef, I graduated from the Culinary Academy in San Francisco. I can go into restaurants, offer my help to get it on the shelf, or help their cooks, train them, and get it going a little bit faster, a little easier. Maybe do some cooking demos at Costco, sell it there. You know, whatever I have to do to work it into it. So Dave's is giving me help, and this is me, William Decker, and that's it. Help me out, finance me, let me get started. This is a Native American seasoning. This is something new. This is something exciting. Get it on there just enough. You can see it on the vegetables. And that's perfect. You don't want to overkill the vegetables. You just want to give it flavor. Now over here, we flip the ribeye steak. I want you to see the nice coloring on it. The seasonings that's caramelized and stuck to it. At this point, you could add a little more butter probably to the bottom, because you see it's starting to dry out. Unfortunately, I was taught by Chef Paul Perdome and his chefs are the ones that say fat is flavor. And I'm not afraid to say it, but I love fat, I love butter, I love everything that goes with it. I like pork, I like steak. My seasoning goes on everything. But I know in a little while you're gonna see that my seasoning is so great. If you're on a diet or a special diet, it's so minute with sugar in it that it just all it does is just bring on just a flavor. Like I said, it caramelizes the seasoning into it. But what I'm trying to do is tell you that, look at this, see how nice that is? Okay, so let me start with the chicken. We got a complete dinner here. See how nicely cooked it is? Normally, I hammer this out and make it all even. But my daughter stole my hammer. Guess you could say she's Thor now. And then here's the nice vegetables. So we'll see how nice this looks. Okay, now this is the prime rib. See how nice and blackened that is? All the seasonings crusted on there. My wife's gonna enjoy this, and no, she doesn't share any. I want you to see how nice this is. The local grocery store, we get a really nice prime rib from them every time that I buy it from them. See how nice that is? Nicely cooked. It's not shoe leather. Even with, most people think burnt or blackened is burnt, and it's probably shoe leather. You see how easy that was to cut. One thing makes it a little hard is the plate is sliding on the burner, but you see that? Really nice. Then, of course, the tilapia just falls apart. So let me get a fork for that one. So you can see, it just flakes apart. It's really nicely cooked with all those nice black and Cajun seasoning, and has just enough. So that you don't have to eat bland food. Just imagine. See, diets don't have to be non-tasting. Just have to try to cut back on the fat. Then you lose the weight. It's beautiful cooked fish. Even if I'm the one that cooked it. Sorry about that. It took a second for me to eat it because I was enjoying all the flavors. But give it a try. Help us out. This is my grandpa, Stacy Decker, Caddo American native. This picture was taken in 1998 when I first met Chef Paul. That's when I even had hair. You can't tell in the picture because of the hat I'm wearing. But once I shaved it, Chef Paul told me I looked more professional, and I stayed with it.